wanted to pass me. So I let him. I got a hurt car. I ain't gonna try to force it. I ain't gonna try to stress out my car more than it already is. You know what I'm saying? Just kidding. Couldn't help myself. I'm not really sure what's going on. I'm gonna pull my intercooler back off, check to see if there's any puddling of oil in the tubes, in the pipes, whatever. Trying to see if there's any more blow-by happening. There's not much smoke now after I changed the PCV, so now I'm like, was it really just PCV? Was it not turbo seals? I mean, I'm like questioning my life right now. Trying to really determine if it is my turbo seals or not. So me pulling the intercooler back off to check for more oil accumulation will kind of give me an idea of it's probably the turbo seals, oil seals, whatever, lube seals. Lubrication, turbo lubrication seals. I don't know how it works. So let's pull it off, check it out, and we'll go from there. Intercooler's off. We looked into the hose here, and she's pretty much dry. I mean, never mind, I lied. Not bad though. Not like before when I first pulled it off, there was a big puddle in there. Intake tract is a little oily. It's definitely not dry, but I did see worse the last time. A little bit of residue around the rim. And again, not nearly as bad as last time. So now I'm questioning if it could be the turbo or just a dirty oil-filled intercooler from all the blow-by from not having an air oil separator. Questions. I need answers to my questions. All right, we got the intercooler off. We're checking out the Y pipe here underneath, seeing if there's any further oil residue going on. So we're gonna pop off these two thingamajiggies. It's been a while, so let's get these things popped off and check it out. All right, I never pulled this off before. Well, the first for everything. Let's pop her off here. 12 mil bolts. Hopefully I can salvage the gaskets, because I do not have extras as they turn to dust. Another one bite the dust. Ooh, good golly gosh, brother. Oh, all right, let's get some light over here and I really check it out, eh? All right, check it out. Definitely some oil residue going on. So one side is more soaked than the other, and it makes sense because it's the side closest to the turbo. So this is the side further apart. This is the side closest to the turbo side. Boo. Thing is nasty. Look at it, it's just like caked on there. See all that residue in there? That is not the happy turbo. Not the happy intake system, not the happy Subaru, not the happy EJ 255. Ooh. Good stuff right there. There's oil everywhere. Many, many years of saturation. See what we can wipe out of here. It's nearly impossible to get in there to clean this thing. Well, I might as well pull off the hose here and just kind of clean up these elbows a bit. Kind of give them a thorough cleaning, get rid of all the oil that we can, kind of start fresh, and we can kind of keep an eye on any more oil accumulation. So that's the plan. I'm gonna pull these off, clean them up. Got a couple 10 mils holding on these clamps. This is the Mishimoto intercooler hose upgrade, I guess you could say. I can link it down below. I upgraded these hoses like 10 years ago probably. They're holding up pretty well. Alright, hopefully these hoses aren't too hard to get off. I know when I put them on I was really struggling back in the day. I don't think I sprayed them with anything to help me kind of, you know, push them on. So it was quite the struggle. Let's see if we're gonna struggle today, boys. Not so much. Okay. Ooh, there's some collection in there. I'll show you guys once I get this other side off. Ooh, more so on one side than the other. The side closer to the turbo is getting more oil, which makes sense. Check out that, you can really see the gunk in there. Look at that crazy stuff. Yippee yippee. All kinds of residue in there. Just cleaning up the tubing. Little WD-40, trying to wipe it down. So we're just gonna try to clean the oil out of this tubing the best that we can. Right now I'm using the rag with some WD-40 and my flashlight shoved in there to kind of just get to those areas where you can't really get very easy. Just improvising. Woo! Still a bunch of crap in there. It's like gunky and sticky and almost seems like it's old stuff that was in there. Obviously there's new stuff too, but a lot of old gunky stuff. So far a little WD-40, a little bit of like Scotch-Brite on the inside. Things are coming out like brand new, nice and clean. Just the interior. Exterior might need a little more scrubbing, but I'm not really worried about that. Just want to get the inside clean basically. So we got that. Now it's finish up the hose. Alright, a little bit of elbow grease. And this thing is looking pretty brand new to me. Still a little spot. It's kind of like gummy, but it's maybe like 95% better than it was. So I am happy with that. Let's get this thing reassembled. I cleaned this up the best I could. Can't really pop it open, which is unfortunate. That would be super satisfying if we can get inside of this thing and kind of clean it out. But that's just not gonna be the reality here. If you want a clean intercooler, I guess you just gotta buy a new one. Or I could search the interwebs for some type of procedure to clean the internals of the intercooler. But that'll be another day if I do find something. So let's be sure that we put our little, what do you call these things? Flanges? Make sure we put our flanges on the right orientation. One this way, one that way. Gaskets still look good. These guys zapped on. Carefully zapped on. No cross threading, please. Kind of keep them loose. Just get them started here. Gentle, and I want to strip it. Where's my ratchet boy? Okay, nice and snug. Get this guy back on. Looks about right. Just keep in mind this is the bottom of the intercooler. It's gonna fling around like it is. Be like that. Double check. This guy's gonna swing around towards the cold side of the turbo. Bing bang boom, Bob's your uncle. There we go. Let's work smarter, not harder. Hose clamp orientation is important. Alright, hopefully the clearance is good. Seems like it should be. So last thing I want to do is pull off these little vent hoses here. See if we can clean those up a little bit. A lot of residue in these hard pipes here. 2 more 10mm bolts. Oof. What the? Thing's a little crusty. That is brutal. A little rusty, eh? Criminy. Look at all that dust powder. Or rust powder, whatever you want to call it. Jesus. Got that good fresh rusty powder for you? Might as well kind of make it look nice, you know? Why not? You already have it off. Why not just give it a little TLC? Am I getting carried away? Probably. Do I care? Not really. As long as my wife's not yelling at me, I'll be alright. Much better. I got the crossover pipe soaking in some WD-40. I'm gonna blow it out with a little compressed air and see if it'll clean up at all for us. A little bit of Hershey squirts there. Yikes! Another little coating of WD-40. It's pretty satisfying, I gotta say. Doesn't smell as yucky as it looks though. Alright, we'll call that good. That's enough splattering the nastiness for tonight. Definitely got it 80% cleaner probably. But it'd be nice to have like a big old pipe cleaner to kind of get down in there to really get it all. But that's another day, another time, another lifetime. Alright, let's go on ahead and put this thing back. Spray some WD-40 in these holes, kind of ran the screw in and out. It's working a little smoother now. A little intercooler maintenance is complete. Alright, time to slap this thing back on. Smoking bad, brother. Oh, look at all that. Look at all that. Smoke show happening. Oh boy. Well, I don't know, boys. I drove 45 miles last night after cleaning up the intercooler, and the next morning here I am going through the same drive-through that it smoked before. You can see the smoke right here. Look at that smoke, dude. yeah, we got some serious smoke coming out. It's got to be the turbo oil seals. Got to be. Maybe it's just a cursed drive-through. I mean, definitely smoking like in the mornings. Maybe my turbo seals, you know, when they get cold, kind of like maybe shrinks up a little bit. You know what I mean? Maybe it's not a tight enough seal around the shaft. Bro science right here. Maybe that's what's causing the oil to only really come through in the mornings when it's super cold out. Huh? Or not. I don't know. Really want to get it to smoke. She still gets up and goes though. I mean, it's like it's not her, but just don't look at the smoke, don't smell the smoke, and everything's fine. Here's your morning oil burn right there. Another little cruise in the morning, starting it up, let it idle for a bit, and boom, here comes the smoke. So once it kind of burns off what was in there, it gets a little better. It's definitely a bluish white smoke. Bluish white smoke indicates oil burning. Thankfully, it's not coolant burning, right? It's not a head gasket issue, I don't think. Bluish white smoke is oil burning. So we're gonna go with that and just say that my turbo oil seals are blown. That's it, end of story. Time to replace the turbo. Is that fun? I don't have any idea where I'm going, but we're having fun.